Det är någon utanför min lägenhet som har klippt gräsmattan. Extremt fint. Så man liksom ser linjerna gå så här. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Det är vackert att titta på så. Jag råkar titta ut genom fönstret nu och börjar nästan gråta. Välkommen tillbaka i alla fall till Aokana. Här är avsnitt 5. Tror jag. Eller jag vet att det är avsnitt 5. Jag vet inte riktigt varför jag ska hålla på och säga sådär. Vi är tillbaka igen. Och tydligen så tror jag vi flyger igen. You okay? Yeah, all good. Since yesterday's training session ended in failure, I went ahead and decided to take a long distance trip today. The view's great, but it's still a little scary for me. This trip consists of circling Kunahama Island, a pretty standard basic course. And I'm letting Kurashina-san fly by herself instead of using paired flight. Let me know right away if you start having problems. I'll give you time to collect yourself. Okay. Her slightly wobbly flight brings a wry smile to my face. But when I compare it to the first day, she's definitely improved, I think. Keep your hands parallel and your legs straight. Keep your hands parallel and your legs straight. Has she gone insane? I was so nervous. After flying around for a while, we decided to take a break on a beach we spotted earlier. Here, take this. I hand Kurashina-san a soft drink I bought. Oh, thanks. How much was it? It's fine. Think of it as a reward for flying properly today. Oh, that makes me even more happy. Thank you. Kurashina-san immediately opens the lid and savors the drink I got her. I sit down next to her and gaze at the scenery in front of me as I down the drink I got for myself. I haven't flown anywhere other than school in a long time. To be honest, I don't have very fond memories of flying, but I actually enjoyed it today. I'm surprised. Look there, Hinata-san. Can you see that? Is there a lighthouse or something on that mountain? Huh? Where? Over there. Look where I'm pointing. It may be a little hard to spot because of the water, but please do your best to find it. I guess it's all thanks to this eternally joyful girl. Hey, Kurashina-san. Oh, it really is hard to see, huh? Did you just say my name? Yeah, I did. Looks like she doesn't notice what's going on around her once she focuses on something. What is it? Well, just thought that you seem to be enjoying yourself. Really? Yeah, you looked happy all day. Oh, yeah, you're right. She makes a bit of a surprised expression. Gotta admit, that has me a little curious. Kurashina-san looks to the side and touches her cheek with her index finger as she speaks. You see, there's actually a bit of a reason for that. And that is? There's something someone taught me a long time ago. Seeing the way I am now, it may be hard for you to imagine, but I used to be a very shy, introverted kid. Yeah, definitely can't imagine that. Come on, tons of people were different as kids. Kurashina-san says sullenly, puffing up her cheeks all the while. Back on topic. I was talking about this docile, feeble girl, right? Well, you definitely just made yourself seem a whole lot more pitiful there. That's how you're supposed to picture it, okay? Look, just try to imagine that type of girl. Okej, vi ska försöka. Så jag är sugen på att typ ställa mig och bara göra potatismos. Jag har sån här pulversås med rödvinspulversås har jag. Alltså det hade varit jättegott att bara fixa potatismos och sen pulversås på det. Rödvin. Ja, det hade ju varit dunder. Fast jag måste vänta lite med det jag kommer på. Min flickvän kommer hem om typ 1,5 timme. Jag vet att om jag ställer mig och gör den där såsen till precis när hon kommer hem, då kommer hon komma hem till att det luktar så här jättegott. Då kommer jag få världens berömmer för att vad gott det luktar, du måste vara jätteduktig på det här och sånt där liksom. Det gäller ju att vara smart. Okej, got it. I let loose a knowing smile and do as she says. It's pretty cliché, but I picture a girl with a white one-piece dress and straw hat standing in a meadow in sepia tones. Damn, that's way too cliché. It's too embarrassing to mention to others. It's too embarrassing to mention to others even. Still, what can I do if that's what comes to mind? That girl was unable to speak to anyone. Okay, and then, when she was wallowing in the depths of despair, another kid of the same age gallantly appeared, moved toward her and said, "Let's play together." Oh wow, so a prince showed up on his white horse. That would be even more cliché than what I imagined. Right, that's what anyone would expect. However, there was more to it. You bet, believe it or not. That prince was actually a girl. Oh, too bad. She talked like a boy, and her voice was a little husky. But her long hair and pretty face was unmistakable. Alltså det där måste ju vara någon som... det känns som att det är eventuellt någon annan karaktär. Först så tänkte jag liksom att det var våran karaktär när han var liten liksom. Men det tror jag kanske inte att det är... I see. Too bad you didn't get a real prince. Actually, I feel a bit relieved. Naturally, I keep that to myself. I mean, I don't want her to think I'm into her or anything. And what? Well, what happened next? Oh, right. I almost ended the story with a dreamlike moment. Well, if you want to end it right there, that's fine by me. I can't. I haven't reached the important part yet. That was just the end of part 1. Breathing heavy with excitement, she goes on. Let's move to part 2. So, the girl didn't even open her heart to that prince, or princess. That's one tightly sealed heart. Yeah, her shy nature had grown over the years after all. Pulling her out of her shell would have taken a lot of strength. However, that princess simply spoke to the girl. Now what did she say? If you just make yourself believe you're having fun, then you'll find everything in the world fun. What? If you've been secluding yourself this whole time, then there's twice as much fun waiting for you out in the world. From that moment on, everything started to feel fun to that introverted girl. Alltså det är en ganska fin historia, men jag tycker det är lite så här. Alltså det finns ju någonting i det, absolut, men jag måste bara tro att det var kul. That princess said some interesting things. Right? I've lived by those words ever since. Okay, that's probably going a bit too far. Vadå, om det gör henne glad så varför inte? Still, I understand that a defining experience in your childhood can shape your life. In my case, that worked in a negative way though. Åh... jag vet inte. Alltid så... vänder allting till att liksom tycka synd om sig själv. Oh, but flying is just plain fun. I don't know, you seemed pretty scared earlier. Well, yeah, I was, but I had you by my side, so I wasn't too worried. Kurashina-san smiles sweetly. Oh, you're welcome. My face starts to burn out of embarrassment, so I take a big gulp of my drink. Honestly, I've been relying on you a lot these last 3 days. You sure about that? Absolutely. I'm really glad you're willing to spend your free time teaching me. Kurashina-san directs a quick bow at me, like she always does. Why are you putting so much effort into teaching me how to fly? That's because... In response to her question, I reply. Åh nej, alltså det här känns ju som ett ganska... Det här känns som ett ganska viktigt val. Jag har inte riktigt bestämt mig vilken route jag ska köra först. Men ska jag vara helt ärlig. Jag vet inte om det finns något... Jag vet inte om man kan köra alla routes från början. Jag vet inte om det finns någon rekommenderad ordning att köra dem i. Eller någonting. Jag vet inte mycket alls om det här spelet. Frågan är... Jag vet inte. Vi kanske ska vi köra hennes route först. Kanske lika bra. Lika bra vet jag inte, men... Jag tror vi kanske ska köra hennes route. Så i så fall antar jag att det här är rätt val. Because I want you to know how to fly. You want me to be able to fly? Yeah, it will allow you to go to all sorts of places. Plus, you will need it to live your life on this island. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. When it comes to flying, there are certain things I can't put behind me. However, that has nothing to do with Kurashina-san. That's why I'm glad she's enjoying flying already. Oh, thank you, coach. Man, I just can't get used to you calling me that. I have to say though, it's crazy that gravity shoes let you fly freely with such simple controls. Yeah, the person who invented them is a genius. Freely soaring through the sky. It's something one could only dream of previously. But now it's just another part of our world. I've grown used to it by now, but honestly, the absurdity of it still amazes me. That's right. Life with gravity shoes is like something out of a fantasy world, but it's actually real. It's always been like that. I've been remembering them a lot over the past 3 days. I can't help but recall the day when I was soaring through the sky and cutting through the wind. Back then, I was certain I was flying to heights yet unknown. With how convenient they are, I'm sure people can use them for all sorts of things. Like, for instance... world peace. Honestly, it may only be natural that things are moving in this direction. Try as I might to avoid it, this would have eventually come up in one of our practice sessions. I think a sport that uses gravity shoes would be really fun. Åh nej. Jag gissar på att det är det han ju höll på med förut, och det är det som har liksom traumatiserat honom. Det är väl ganska uppenbart att det är det som har hänt, men... Toi Hikari. Om jag sparar här, jag undrar vad som... Det är fortfarande teach me how to fly, okay? I almost dropped the bottle I'm holding. Luckily, I hurriedly squeezed the bottle before agreeing in a slightly hoarse voice. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, you agree? I bet it would be tons of fun. Figured it would come to this. I mean, she wouldn't have said what she did earlier otherwise. Miss Kagami, are you scheming something? I'm talking about the whole flying instructor thing. Figured you have some specific reason to make me teach Kurashina-san. Aoi-san suddenly forms her usual grin. Oh, and why is that? Well, I can see some similarities. Whatever do you mean? I realize she's trying to make me talk, but I also know there's no point beating around the bush. Between Kurashina-san and me... Her grin changes to a lonely smile. See, you aren't the only one who felt nostalgic. Aoi-san pokes the mug on the table, then proceeds to run her finger along the rim. Though she's looking in my direction, it doesn't seem like she's staring at me. Masaya, you know I can't just give up on a generational talent. Nej, nu måste jag ta en stor klunk här och dricka. För det känns som rätt grej att göra. I don't want to talk about that again. Well, I don't care what you want. I'll keep bringing it up as long as you have that talent with you. Within you. Before I know it, she isn't smiling anymore. I don't want to force you into it or anything. However, let me tell you this. I'm still waiting for you. I am now, and I always will be. Then, silence reigns once more. I doubt it lasted longer than 10 seconds, but to me, it felt like an eternity. I'll be taking my leave now. It's almost time for me to start coaching. Coaching, huh? That has a nostalgic ring to it. Excuse me. Hinata-san. Oh, sorry. Jeez, I was wondering what happened because you were all silent. Kurashina-san expresses her anger like a child throwing a tantrum as she puffs up her cheeks. Did I say anything strange? No, not at all. What a relief. I was worried I said something that killed the mood. She smiles cheerfully. Sorry I'm lying to you. I apologize to her in my mind. I mean, my personal problems have nothing to do with her. The trauma is mine alone. I can't get her involved in it. Alright, I guess it's about time to head back. The sun is setting, which means twilight is fast approaching. It would be a lot more difficult to fly back without guide lights soon. However, that somewhat wistful atmosphere is torn apart by... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Det är jultomten. Som låter som en tjej. Men... the hell? Yeah? A loud laugh fills the air. What was that? Didn't it come from over there? I direct my eyes over to where Kurashina-san points. And as I look over, I spot a guy and a girl who seem to be in the middle of an argument on the beach. Let's hurry, we have to break up their fight. Huh, seriously? I hurriedly followed Kurashina-san, who runs off toward them without skipping a beat. You're getting what you deserve. Opposing me, the mighty Satoin, is as foolish as trying to outswim sharks in the Pacific Ocean. Oh, damn it. God damn it. A strange scene unfolds before us. There's a pretty girl with blonde hair and a muscular guy on his knees who's prostrating himself before her. The girl called herself Satoin. No idea what characters her name is written with, but is she a foreigner? I don't know the name of the guy. Only thing I can tell from this distance is that he's jacked. The two of us are watching the situation unfold from bushes. They're about 10 meters away from them. Oh, what's going on there? A duel? Spela Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm surprised that's the first thing that came to your mind. My dad reads a bunch of manga with fights in them. Oh, something's happening. I return my gaze to them, just in time to see Satoin-san start to speak. Shion-san, was it? Seems like the brawny guy is Shion. Both of them have pretty unusual names. With your old-fashioned style, you have no hope of ever defeating me. Så övar de på något sätt. Jag tror de övar till någon teater. Om jag får gissa. Damn it, that's not true. There's no way that's true. Oh, okay, now I get it. I finally realize what's going on as I listen in on the conversation. Hinata-san. Huh? Doesn't seem like they were in a fight. Feels more like they were competing somehow. Yeah, they were actually... Right as I'm about to answer Kurashina-san, I get interrupted by the girl who called herself Satoin. Sato may join Suzuki as one of the most common names in our country, but my name contains the noble in suffix. There isn't a single person at Kunahama Academy who could possibly defeat me in a flying circus match. Flying circus? It's a world-renowned sport that makes use of gravity shoes, and it just so happens to be the most popular sport here in Shito City. But above all else, Flying Circus. Kurashina-san repeats the name of the sport hesitantly. Well, we've learned more about her name. That's your biggest takeaway? What's the big deal with the in suffix anyway? Why is she talking it up so much? I don't get it. Very well then. Since you lost, your school has forfeited the privilege of using it. Ugh, anything but that. I was gracious enough to give you 10 tries. From now on, having lost the right to use it, you are to call Kunahama Academy an academic institute. Feel the shame of your defeat each and every time you use it. There's no way I can use such a silly name. You're acting most pathetic for a senior, Shion-san. I don't exactly get what's going on, but it seems like that Shion-san person is from our school. And since she said he's a senior, that also means he's a year older than me. Well, I have literally no idea what all this stuff about losing the last 2 letters of our school name means though. I want to help him, but does it have to be FC of all things? FC, vilket jag tror står för Flying Circus. Jag vet inte vad det annars ska stå för. Jag gissar att det står för det. I'm at a loss. Should I step in? Hey, over here! Huh? Kurashina-san suddenly stands up and yells at the haughty girl as I hesitate. Hey! Who goes there? What? The sudden appearance of a new challenger as both Satoin and Shion-san are surprised. A cheerful smile that doesn't fit the situation at all forms on Kurashina-san's face as she speaks. You just said Kunahama Academy has no one who can defeat you, right? Well, I'm a Kunahama student, so I take offense to that. How about you try me on for size? She can't be serious. What are you thinking, Kurashina-san? Huh? I never expected another challenger to appear. Fine, if you're that confident, I will return those last two letters should you win. Huh? You're going to face me? Surprisingly, Satoin-san appears to be willing to take her up on her offer. Hold on, there's no way this will work. I take it you have experience with Flying Circus? No, this is the first I ever heard of it. Huh? I only just flew on my own for the first time yesterday. You better stop messing around. Who do you think you're facing? Great, now she's pissed. I knew this would happen. Someone who has next to no experience flying can't possibly face a Skywalker. Who's equipped with flying circle gravity shoes. Va? hänger jag inte riktigt med här, men absolut. I'll apologize on her behalf. Please forget she ever... You left me with no other choice then. I shall teach you. Huh? You're still going through with it? Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I assumed Kurashina-san's lack of experience meant her challenge was going nowhere. But boy was I wrong. Good grief. Why do I have to do this? How to play Flying Circus. She pulls a whiteboard out of God knows where. Then begins her lecture. Time limit 10 minutes. 4 boys in a square over the sea. Player B, player A. Normally, Flying Circus matches are conducted in a 300-meter square that's formed over the sea. They're always 1 versus 1. The player who collects the most points within 10 minutes win. There are 2 ways of scoring. One involves touching your opponent's back. The other is touching the 4 boys in order. 2 boys. However, since you have no Flying Circus experience, we'll go with 2 boys and a 5-minute time limit. That's all. Do you have any questions? Feel free to ask me anything. After all, this is an extremely complex... It's fine, I understand. Det där är ganska kul ändå. Really? But it took me half a year to learn the rules. De lät inte alls komplicerade, men okej. Satoin-san continues to grumble, but eventually lets up and speaks properly. Okay, we'll begin in 5 minutes. Make sure to warm up all you can. I can't believe this is happening. I check Kurashina-san's shoes and adjust them for Flying Circus use. However, there's already a massive handicap in place since she's using normal shoes instead of Flying Circus ones. I'm sorry for getting you too involved. Shion-san has been apologizing to us over and over the entire time. It's alright. Honestly, hearing about Flying Circus has got me all fired up. Kurashina-san, in contrast, doesn't really seem nervous at all. In fact, she's so relaxed that she comes off confident. How are you planning on beating her? With the power of friendship, I will beat her. Maybe she got some amazing plan in mind. No idea. Seriously? You got no plan? I only now realize that she's not actually confident at all. It's just that she has no reason to feel fear. Guess I have no choice then. I'll try to guide you as well as I can, so just do as I say. Huh? Do you have experience with Flying Circus? Maybe a little. Oh, if you're going to coach her, use this! Shion-san hands me a pair of headsets that are designed for Flying Circus matches. With this, it's possible for the player to communicate with someone on the sidelines. I can't lend you my shoes because of the size difference, but I can at least let you use these. Varför har han dem? Det är ju bara han som spelar med sig själv. Ska han sitta och prata med sig själv då, eller? För just nu är det ju... Ja. Thanks. This will come in handy. I immediately attach one of them to my ear and put the other one on Kurashina-san. För hon kan inte ta på sig dem själv av någon anledning. Listen up, here's the plan. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I don't even know what to say. I never imagined you'd be using normal school shoes. I'll try my best with this. Fine, I won't hold back. Shion-san, can you be the referee? Me? Sure. Like I explained earlier, the time limit is 5 minutes. The one who scores the most points win. I'll be taking you on a fair and square. Make sure to fight me in a way that won't put your school's name to shame. Yeah, I got it. Off we go then. With that, Satoin-san flies off ahead of Kurashina-san. Huh? She's already flying. Was that a premature start or what? Or what? Did she run away? I forgot to mention that you started the first boy. So you start in the air, huh? Alright then, I'll fly over there too. Fly! Be careful, don't push yourself too hard. I won't. Is this the starting position? Jävlar vilken musik. Nu är det dramatiskt. Jesus Christ. Det blev helt plötsligt väldigt seriöst. Det blev plötsligt väldigt varmt här inne. Jag känner... You really are an amateur? Yes, it is. After confirming that they are in position on the left and right side of the first boy, it's time to begin. I'll be starting the match now. Ready. Likewise. Sit. Both of them dash forward as soon as they hear the whistle. Wait! Well, not really both of them. Kurashina-san's start is way too slow to group them together. What are you doing? Satoin-san, on the other hand, assumes a beautiful flying form, effectively reducing air resistance the moment she launches. Alright, that's number 1. 1 point for Satoin. She easily outruns Kurashina-san and successfully touches the second boy. She's good. Seems she isn't all talk. Impressive. Her form is extremely beautiful. She isn't using any of the finer techniques, but seeing how fast and stable her flight is, I can tell she's quite an advanced skywalker. What's more, it's obvious she's going easy on Kurashina-san. Man, Kurashina-san's got no chance. Alright, I'll go for the next point now. Satoin-san quickly levels out and advances in the direction of the first boy. Naturally, Kurashina-san is in her way, but she's just floating in place, flustered and unsure what to do. Hinata-san, what should I do? I hear Kurashina-san's voice through the headset. Stay calm. First, block your opponent's path. How? Spread out your arms and ready your legs to move both left or right. Basically, try to act like a goalie in soccer. Then like this. Kurashina-san's stance has changed. Right. You then apply pressure to your opponent as you... Do you really think you can stop me with such a feeble attempt at defense? Oh no, she's here. Perform a feint and go for her rear. Roger. Right as Satoin-san passes her, Kurashina-san desperately moves her body, turning sideways and tries to touch her back. Unfortunately... It didn't work. Satoin-san easily slips past Kurashina-san's hand. I guess it was naive to think that would work. No way. After that, Satoin effortlessly touches the first boy. Point for Satoin. Oh ho 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 ho! I assumed you were skilled since you dared to challenge me, but I see now that you're nowhere near a worthy opponent. Satoin-san laughs loudly. And sure enough, the match continued to play out in a completely one-sided fashion, with her on the offensive. Again. No, she got past me again. Next thing I know, there's only 1 minute left and Satoin-san has 9 points. Well then, allow me to take point number 10. Coach. When I look up at the sky, all I see is a triumphant, noble woman standing before and almost crying Kurashina-san. Time out, time out! When did they start allowing timeouts in Flying Circus? In Shogi, Go and Othello, beginners can take some time to consider the next move, right? I suppose you have a point. What an understanding person. Kurashina-san, calm down. Okay. We have no choice. Let's give the thing I mentioned earlier a try. But I can't even fly properly yet. Are you sure I can do it? You're not going to score a single point at this rate. Well, does that not frustrate you? Honestly, it's probably a bit mean to put it like that, but this is an all too familiar exchange for me. Though back then, the people involved were all different. And because of that, I still remember what he said at that time. I don't want to lose like this. I want to score at least a single point. Good. Let's That's why I deliberately provoked her. Come on, what's taking you so long? Know that simply giving up at this point is a valid option. Elated, Kurashina-san points at Satoin-san, who is waiting up in the sky with absolute composure. I'm definitely going to get 1 point. Oh my, I quite like people with fire in their eyes. It reminds me of our cute first year. Satoin-san makes her hair flutter as she shouts out a response. Very well, come at me then. I shall prevail. I shall prevail and claim those letters for good. Jag hade mest sänka musiken lite. Bara lite. They prepare to resume their battle. Alright, I'll start the timer again. There's only 50 seconds left though. She would probably only get 1 chance. If she lets it slip, time will run out and she'll lose without scoring a single point. Just one. There's only 1 chance. Start! I shall make this quick. Satoin-san makes her move right as the referee blows a whistle. Alright, go for it. Will do. Kurashina-san stretches out her hands and legs upon hearing my signal, then turns face up and climbs about 10 meters. Eventually, she floats high above Satoin-san, morphing her body into a crescent shape. Oh my, are you planning on creating an arc to celebrate my triumphant victory? Satoin-san unconcernedly continues her flight and is about to pass under the arc Kurashina-san has drawn. Perfect, go now. Okay. Huh? The exact moment Satoin-san's body goes under the arc. Here I go! Kurashina-san's body straightens out and she starts to descend. That was a trap? Nice, she fell for it. Satoin-san had only been evading attacks from the side this entire time. From that, I deduced that she might be weak against vertical attacks. I also figured she would be overconfident due to her enormous lead, making her careless. Your back is mine. And most importantly, climbs and descents are a lot easier for beginners. Right where it's hardest to dodge. Satoin-san's movements are as sloppy as I expected. Kurashina-san's hand is rapidly approaching her back. Nice try, but Satoin-san instantly twists her body, trying to evade the attack that was fast approaching from above. And a mere moment before Kurashina-san's hand reaches her back... Damn, she dodged. Kurashina-san's hand cuts through empty air. And Satoin-san speeds off, as if to mock her opponent. No! I guess this is it. Satoin-san keeps her altitude consistent as she straightens out her form. Kurashina-san, on the other hand, is rushing toward the water due to all that built-up momentum. No! I inadvertently close my eyes. However, no matter how long I wait, I just don't hear the loud splashing sound of water. Instead, an intense electrical whir resounds. Huh? Upon opening my eyes... What the fucking depresses? Huh? I'm greeted by an unbelievable sight. Satoin-san had definitely dodged the attack. How? And I even saw Kurashina-san dividing headfirst toward the water. But somehow she started to climb again and... With those miraculous movements, she managed to tag the back that had escaped her moments ago. No way, this can't be! As for the girl who pulled that off... Huh? Doesn't look like it's hit her yet. I scored a point? She's gazing down at her own hand with a puzzled look on her face. And while everyone, including Kurashina-san herself, is dumbfounded. Whoa, amazing! I haven't seen an air kick turn in years! Shion-san alone roars out with joy. An air kick turn, I see. It's a flying circus technique that requires a very high level of skill and, above all, exceptional physical abilities. It's an advanced technique that allows an individual to explosively kick off the air to quickly change directions. Wow, en naturbegåvning. Eller något i den stilen. Vänta. And this girl, who just started flying by herself yesterday, managed to pull it off. Unreal. I can't believe a girl who only started flying yesterday scored a point on me. How shameful. Satoin-san is putting on a show for everyone to see. Seems she's not even trying to hide her shock. She's fallen to her knees and is covering her face with both of her hands. Oh, I did it! I really did it! Hey, Hinata-san, did you see that? The other girl, on the other hand, on the other beach, is almost bouncing with joy. Yeah, I did. That was amazing. It was my first match ever, but I managed to score a point. That is pretty amazing. I mean, she wasn't even using flying circus shoes, and she only just learned the rules. Plus, she got no real flying experience at all. Still, despite all of that, she managed to score a point in a match. That's just insane. Well, that's exactly why. I turned towards Satoin-san. The shock must be pretty bad. No, this shows that my training is lacking. Yeah, she seems really depressed. I approached her to cheer her up some. Satoin-san. But Kurashina-san steps forward and beats me to it. What do you want? If you're planning on mocking me, then... In front of a flinching Satoin-san, Kurashina-san assumes an upright position like a soldier standing at attention. Thank you so much for teaching me how about flying circus. Then she bends her hips 90 degrees as she bows to her. What? I know it was rude of me to challenge you, so it would have been only natural for you to ignore me, but you took the time to explain the rules to me. This sport is super fun. I'm going to work hard to get better, so I hope we can have another match someday. Wow. She couldn't have put it better. I was worried about what she might say, but that was pointless. Aren't we humble? Very well then. I shall return to your schools return your school's letters to you as promised. But don't think you won. You will definitely have to face me again. Yeah, it will be my pleasure. Right, situations like these tend to go best when the competitors talk. I used to know that all too well. Just you wait. I swear on the name Satoin that I will not let you score a single point next time. You better remember my words. I will not forgive you if you don't. After saying all that, Satoin-san turns her back to us and flies off. That girl has a strong heart. Normally, an active player would be stunned by the turn of events. Looks like she's not as weak as a certain other person I know. Man, that girl was really weird. But really nice too. True. Despite how rude we were being, she still courteously explained the rules to Kurashina-san. She's pretending to be all haughty, but it's actually super nice. That's what I mean by weird. Alright, I guess it's time for the two of us to head... Whoa! When I turned toward Kurashina-san, I noticed a giant shadow rapidly approaching me. Oh, you guys! What the... Damn, you startled me. The identity of the shadow is... Thank you so much. I am forever grateful to... Jag börjar bli hungrig. Shion-san has been moved to tears by Kurashina-san. That was amazing. You hardly ever get to see such an awesome Arctic turn. Kurashina-san replies, somewhat bewildered. However, Shion-san just nods repeatedly in response. You're a total beginner, yeah? Yeah, Hinata-san is still teaching me the basics. I'm nowhere near good yet. And yet you pulled off that move? That can only mean... Shion-san bends backward, then shoots his face forward and screams. You're a prodigy! What? You were born with great talent, intuition and physical abilities. You just have to make use of it. Accept your fate and become a Skywalker. Also... You... Me? Great. He's directing his passionate gaze at me now. The strategy you came up with, that accurate advice you were giving, only an experienced Skywalker could manage all that. Yeah. I love to fight alongside a big brain of yours. That sounds dumb. However, Shion-san follows up his proposal with words that become the start of our long journey. I want you to join Kunahama Academy's Flying Circus Club. What a pain. After that, Kuroshina-san and I are forced to listen to Shion-san's rambling. The sun had already set and darkness ruled over the summer night. I'm standing there on the beach, watching the waves silently come and go. Shion-san's passionate words and the lingering trauma within my heart clash, leaving me lost in thought. Aokana. My vision was filled with blue and white. Vi ska ta och avsluta nu. Vi ska faktiskt avsluta nu. Nu ska jag gå och äta någonting. Så jag får tacka så mycket för att ni tittade på det här avsnittet. Så hörs vi nästa gång. Och tills dess så får ni ha det bra. Vi hörs. Hej då.